fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am so excited because we're going to be testing out a brand new indie makeup release. Shroud Cosmetics is launching a new eyeshadow palette, the Peaches and Dreams palette, on June 30th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm lucky enough to have it a little bit early so we can test it out together. We're going to do some live swatches, we're going to do an eye look, and I will give you guys my thoughts at the end. This palette is so pretty. I think these are the prettiest shimmers that Shroud has ever done. They just look amazing in the pan. Like, I haven't touched them yet, I haven't swatched them, but first impression, first glance, they are stunning. I'm not exactly sure how much this palette is gonna cost because they haven't posted it on their Instagram yet, but I do have an affiliate code with Shroud Cosmetics. It's just AMYLOVES if you wanna save a little bit of money off when it does launch, but I'm gonna try and get at least one more video up for y'all so you can decide if this is something that you want in your collection or not. I'm thinking maybe like a 2 or 3 looks video. They're also coming out with some earrings, which I did go ahead and put on. There's like these tiny little peach milk cartons. They're so cute. I was like, I need to find something blue to go with them, and they are definitely adorable, very cutesy. I typically go for earrings a little bit smaller than this, but I just couldn't help but throw them on. And they are pretty lightweight if you're someone who doesn't like heavy earrings like myself. I can barely feel them at all. All right, so the very first shade is called Peach Milk. It's a really pretty kind of mid-tone peachy shade. Just looks like that. It's a nice matte. Tell me why I'm like overthinking, like, did I shave my armpits? Next we have the shade Felicity, which is like this like blue, purple, turquoise, sparkly looking moment. Ooh, okay, so the texture, it's like a little bit thicker, very metallic still, but it does have a beautiful shift going on. I feel like in the past, Shroud's metallics have been just that, like just a pretty true metallic formula, not a lot of sparkle going on, but these look more intense, more foiled. We have the shade Heat Wave, which is a little bit of a deeper peach matte. Okay, ooh, very smooth. Look how pretty that is. Okay. I will say, just from swatching those, I am getting a little bit of fallout like on my clothes and on my legs and stuff, so I will definitely be tapping off my brush. Next we have the shade Succulent, which is the one that like really captured my attention from the get-go. As soon as I saw the sneak peek and I saw that there was a shade Succulent, I was like, that is gonna be a beautiful green. And it is, but it's also a surprisingly beautiful shift because I feel like front facing, it looks like a true green, nothing more to it. But from the side, it has a very strong purple shift, which I wasn't expecting at all. Ooh, and that one is so creamy. This one felt a little bit like it was thick, but like a little bit like chunkier. It feels silky, honestly, and the shift, the metallicness, so pretty. I feel like it's already decided that that's what I'm gonna have to play with today for my like main shade. Just so far, it's stunning. And then we have Drenched, which is a kind of sky blue, I would say. It's definitely pretty bright. Then we have the shade Whimsy. Ooh, that's so nice as well. Okay, so this one is a more similar formula to Felicity, where it has like a little bit of like the chunkiness going on, but look at how pretty that is. It's like a purple, golden, shifty goodness type of shade. I feel like I've always loved Shroud's mattes, so it's nice to see like a little bit of improvement in their shimmers. Not that they weren't nice already, but just, I don't know, I love like that extra special sparkly shifty moment. I'm all about it, and those are stunning. Next we have the shade Flourish, which is a green matte. Just looks like that. Probably the least exciting shade so far. And then we have Sun Shower. Ooh, that is gorgeous. Okay, it's like a yellow, orangey, just shimmery shade with a kind of greeny golden shift happening. I'm already imagining peach milk through the crease and then this all over the lid and maybe on the inner corner as well, just a 2-shadow look and you're done. And then we have Velveteen, which is a very creamy matte purple palette. Kind of gives me Easter vibes, honestly. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And then last but not least, we have the shade Glisten, which is really beautiful as well. Again, a little bit more on the chunky side. Like as I'm swatching, stuff is falling. So I would be careful. I would use a glitter primer. I would tap off your brush, tap off your finger, whatever you're using. But this is like a beautiful kind of pinky purple base with a greeny golden shift. So there is Glisten. Honestly, the swatches are stunning. I'm gonna go ahead and insert an up close video so you guys can see what the shifts look like and just get the whole picture because they are so, so beautiful in person. I already primed my eyelids, so I'm gonna start off with this blue right here called Drenched. Just grabbing that on a blending brush, and I'm gonna put that right through my crease. Good pigmentation right off the bat. I was actually kind of trying to go in with it a little bit softer so I can start blending it out and then build up as I go. So I'm really just bringing that through my entire crease as my transition shade, but also my crease shade, because I really want to use it as a soft blue a little bit higher up, but then get more impact as we get right into the crease. Like I said when we were swatching, I've always loved Shroud's mattes. That's how I fell in love with their brand in the first place, especially their pastels. I feel like they do so well. So I feel like I got that pretty diffused. I'm gonna step it up a little bit and just kind of stamp some more of that shade right through the crease. We're going for a pretty bold look today, but I'm not gonna be afraid, not gonna shy away from the brightness. Pretty happy with how that looks. I'm not too worried about the outer corner because we're gonna go in with the shade Flourish, the matte green. Gonna pack that on the outer V, and then slightly start fluffing it a little bit into the blue, but I don't want to bring it in too far. Okay, I'm just going in with like one more layer, packing that in the outer V and blending. I feel like it's been a while since I did a full-on super colorful look, so I think I'm going a little slower than normal, just trying to make sure that everything is perfectly the way I want it. Let's move on to the lower lash line. I'm gonna take the shade Velveteen next. I really wanted to try and use as many shades out of this palette as I can in this look. We're not using every shade, but most of them. So just gonna go ahead and take this on the outer half of the lower lash line. Okay, now let's take the shade Whimsy and pop that on the lower lash line as well, just on the inner half. I went ahead and tapped off my brush. Like even for being on the lower lash line, you can see how pretty the shimmer is. It always like makes me kind of sad when I'm putting a shade on the lower lash line that I know would be absolutely stunning all over the lid. And it's like, you can't see truly how beautiful it is. So it's kind of dulled down, but I'm like, we can only do so many lid shades in a look, you know? I'm wiping that pencil brush off just a little bit, and we're gonna go into the shade Felicity next for the inner corner. I want it to connect with the purple and the blue because it has shifts of both, so it's kind of perfect for the inner corner in this look. Look how stunning that is. Okay. Just kind of bringing it up and blending it over a little bit. Slightly obsessed with the texture. Like it looks so sparkly and so metallic, and the fact that I'm like applying it with a pencil brush and it looks that good is promising. Okay, so now you guys already know, let's go into the shade Succulent, my love. I'm gonna use my finger just because that's my personal preference, but it is a super like creamy shadow, so I feel like it would pick up well with a brush, but majority of the time shimmers just do better with your finger. So let's pop that all over the lid. Just kind of blending it into that light blue, blending it up to the outer V. That is stunning. Okay, I'm gonna go with a little bit more, just right on the center. Oh my goodness. Shroud really did that. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm just gonna go into the blending brush that I used last and slightly just tap over the outer V right here. I'm kind of in the mood to do some fun liner today just because like this look is pretty bold. I'm gonna go with the We Makeup Azurite Blue Eye Pencil because I feel like it'll look really pretty and add that pop of blue, but also add like a little bit of depth as well. So I'm gonna do that in my waterline and my tight line. And then I'm gonna go into the Maybelline Falsies Surreal Mascara. All right, so for blush, I'm gonna take the Rare Beauty Happy Liquid Blush and I'm just gonna pop just a little bit. And then blending that in with the BK Beauty 106 brush. Just kind of stippling it in. Originally when I tried this blush, I was slightly disappointed because it wasn't the exact color that I wanted. And I was like slightly being a hater about it. But now that I've come down from the disappointment and I'm like just using it, you know, just reaching for it whenever, I'm like, you know what? It might not be exactly what I wanted, but it is a pretty shade. Like I can't deny that it looks pretty. I'm gonna go with a little bit of the Melt Liquid Highlight in the shade Fetish on top of that. So I almost just squeezed out the wrong side. Like just a little bit higher up just to add a bit more glow. See, that's what I needed. And then for lips, I'm gonna go into the Unearthly Cosmetics Lip Gloss in the shade Juice. I like the lip gloss, but I feel like it's looking a little bit too pink with this look. So I'm gonna wipe it off and try something else. I think I'm gonna do Love Bite from Blend Bunny because it's definitely more neutral and I feel like that will make me happier with that like finished outcome of the look. Yeah, it's more my vibes. So this is the finished look. I love how the eyes turned out. I feel like the shimmers on the lid are so stunning, so reflective. I'm really happy with their performance and I feel like it did an amazing job with the shimmers in this palette. As far as the color story overall, I mean, it is definitely a very colorful, like spring, summer type color story to me. I feel like you could have this palette and go really colorful, but also really simple. I think that every single one of these, if you took the top row and the bottom row and did a look with them, would be a beautiful two shadow look. Like I said, I also thought like this shade and this shade would be stunning, but you could use the blue and this one. You could use that one and that one. You could use that with that and just do that with that, that with that, that with that. There's so many simple looks that I could see out of this that would just be absolutely stunning. So I do love it in that regard. Definitely want to do some more looks with it before it launches. So let me know if you're interested in seeing a video on that. The only negative thing that I have to say is just that like some of the shadows have a little bit of fallout, a little bit of crumbliness. So like I said, either tap off your brush, do your eyeshadow first, something like that, and you can make it work because I tapped off my brush every single time and I don't have any shimmer fallout happening on my face. So there's definitely a way to get around it, but just something to keep in mind if you don't like shadows like that. But that is everything. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed already and you want to see more indie content from me, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.